Hello friends, welcome to Intuites.
Let's begin the class.
Hope my screen is visible to you.
Yes.
Okay, so the last class, I think we are discussing about the dictionary, correct? Dictionary, different methods, how you can use the different methods of the dictionary, all those things, correct? Keys, values,
Yes.
yeah. So all these things we discussed: items, get, update, pop item, everything we have discussed, correct? Do you have any questions on that at least, or you are good?
If you could explain set default once again, Samir, it would be nice. You said you would do it with if you get any nice
Said
example.
yeah, still I've not tried
Okay.
yet. Okay, I will try to do that. Yes, let
Yeah.
me put it in my bucket list on that one, and I
Yeah.
will do it.
Thank
Okay,
you.
yeah, no problem. And we have done any assignment like we have a dictionary, and based on the value, we can put it in the list, and all these things we have done it, right? Hope I think I have done it, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we have done it. Okay, so now let's discuss a new function. It is called the zip. Okay, zip. So what is the zip exactly? Let's see. So the zip function is something like it is zip function used to combine two iterables like list into a single iteration of topic. So let's take understand the iterable. Iterable, you understand that. What are the iterables? Now suppose, so here suppose I have a list. Take an example of list one. Okay. So I have suppose 1, comma 2, comma 3, and I have another list called list 2 equals to, let's take 4 comma 5 comma 6. Okay, so now I can do zip function. I can use the zip. I can say list 1 comma list 2. Okay, and if you print this, it will give you one zip object, one some kind of what you call memory allocations to this. Okay, this is the normal way. But when you are using the zip function, no, either you need to use a which kind of iterables you want to create out of the zip. So suppose you want to create a list, then you can use a list function. Suppose you want to create a dictionary, you can use a dict function. Suppose you want to create a tuple, you need to use a tuple. So what does it mean? Suppose instead of doing this, I will say print list, or I can assign to a variable. Let's say combine underscore list equals to, I will use my list function, and inside that I am doing a zip list 1 comma list 2. Okay, and then I will say print my combine list. So now if I run this now, you will get a output of a, what is this? Can somebody explain me what is this exactly?
Group of the first index index same, they are combining together.
But what
Same index.
exactly is, yeah, that I understand. But what is this? Which kind of iterable?
Tuple?
So I'm just redefining the definition of the zip. The zip function used to combine two iterables like list into a single iterations of tuples. Okay, so this is, let's say we have taken two lists here and you are combining with the zip function. It makes each item from here to here, it will combine like this. Okay, and we will make a out of a tuple. So each item is a tuple now in this history. Now question could come here, what is the use of this, right? So this is not making any sense what I'm doing right now. There is no sense in the list itself, but actually the GIF function is very much helpful when you have two lists and out of that we want to create a dictionary. Very much helpful. Okay, very helpful. Let's do that with a GIF function. So you have a two list and out of that you want to create your dictionary. So one will be your key, one will be your value, one will be key, one will be value. So that time your GIF function is very much helpful. And actually the GIF functionality always fits to the dictionary only, okay, rather than the list. You understand the concept first of all, What exactly is zip? Any questions on this?
No.
No.
Okay, let's do the other way. So let's take, suppose I have one list called item underscore list. Okay, so here this is a list of list. What is list of list? Inside the list I can have another list also, right?
Another list.
The
Yes.
list.
So I can have the items. Let's take, and let's take the stock price, stock value, and let's take in stock, something like that. This is one. Second one, let's take, I have another list here. Let's take 34, 20. Let's take out of stock. Okay, this is my item list. Now another one I have is called item underscore names. Name. Okay. So here I have, let's take a laptop. Then let's take iPhone. Okay, let's take those two items are there. Now here, this like this, the data is there. Now here, I want to create a dictionary out of this. So this will be my key, and for this, these are the values. For the this is my key, and for this, these are the values. But they are now segregated on two different lists. Okay, so in that case, I can use a important function. Let's take, I am creating a item dictionary equals to, I say dict. Okay, then I will use my gif function. Okay, so first, which will be my key pair, so it will be my item name. So I will take gip as item name as my key. So that will be my first list. And second list will be my item underscore list. Okay. Now if I print item underscore dict. Now if I run this, see how beautifully it created a dictionary out of two lists, right? You understand the point?
Yes.
Instead of, if you do it, it is very hard to create it. So this function is very much helpful when you have a two different kind of iterables, and out of that you want to create a dictionary. Dictionary is very much important in JIP. Understand? But there is a one limitation to the JIP, is that it will take two values only. So inside the zip, what the parameter I have, no, it will take two, one list and second list. It can't take the third list, but there will be one workaround of this. Okay, what is the workaround? Let's take one more workaround. Let's take so I'm creating another list here. So inventory underscore status. Okay. So here what is happening is, so let's take two examples. I'm saying available. Okay, and another item I'm saying not available. Okay, so now if you want to drag, you want to just zip it, I'll say inventory underscore status just for a test. Let's see, and if you want to run this zip, it will throw an error, send the value error, dictionary update statement 2 is required. We are giving 3. Okay, so zip function will not take more than 2 parameters inside the zip. Make sense? Good.
Dictionary has only two parameters, right? Key and value.
Yeah,
So
that's
what
what.
is the
That's
need
what.
of this?
But I can combine this as an item as this is key, and both as an item, right? Both as a value I can create it, right? Nested dictionary also. Not using so.
Ah,
So this will be my
ah,
key, and this both will be this item and this item both will be as the value for the one value. Correct?
okay. Yeah.
So in this case, what I will do here to avoid this kind of thing, so I can say zip. Anyway, first this will be my key, and this I will combine one more time inside zip. So I'll take zip and another one in the bracket. What will happen now? First of all, this two will be combined, this and this will be my key, right? Now if I run this, see, this is possible, right? So this is my key, and these are the two values for me. One is completely list, and one is normal one. Understand?
So a key can have two values?
What two values?
Laptop is the key,
Huh?
and that list and
Oh,
is the
and what is this exactly? Overall, it is what? This which I'm highlighting right now. This overall is what exactly?
value of that key laptop.
I understand that is value.
Yeah.
But what kind of object is this?
Nested, you saying?
List.
Check
List and
properly. Check properly the brackets. What kind of bracket is there?
It's a tuple.
Sorry.
Dictionary.
Tuple.
It's a tuple.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a
Tuple.
it's a tuple.
Okay,
It's a
tuple.
tuple. Yeah, it's a tuple, and inside that the first item is a
A
list,
list.
and second item
Oh.
is an individual value.
Individual character.
Awesome. And one key can have a list also, right?
Can
As
have
a
a
value.
tuple. Okay.
Can have a
Tuple also.
tuple also as a value, right?
Okay.
That makes sense, right?
Right.
Got it? This point.
Samir, can I
So,
ask you a doubt?
yeah, go ahead.
If I understood zip, but other
Mm-hmm.
than zip is my doubt. If in the item name, if I include another value,
Mm-hmm.
laptop, iPhone, and if I say headphones or something, printer or anything, if I give in the item name, how will the
Mm-hmm.
list be dictionary be formed?
Correct. That's a good question. So here you are saying that we are make sure that the number of indexes are same. So there are
Same.
two items in here. Here also two items. Here also two items. That's a good question. Let's try that. Okay.
Okay.
I was expecting that answer that question, but you answered it. Like ask me that question. It's a good one. So here, suppose let's take I am saying hardware. What do you think it will happen? So now the problem is
Will
I
it
have
take
three.
the hardware also 2, 3, 4, 20 out of stock?
What's okay? This is your thought. What about others? You are getting this point, right? Now I have three keys actually. Three keys, but the values are two only. So previously, what happened? Laptop got assigned to the first this and available.
Null
And
will
for the
be
iPhone, yeah, an iPhone this assigned and not available. Like that it assigned. Let's run this. Nothing. There will be nothing because for this there is no value. It will not throw in error also, but there will be no value as well. That's the way it is. Because for this key, it is searching, but there is not able to find the value because it is like the index wise. So it is deep, right? This, and this. For this, there is no value. Third item. So it will not give you the data. That's simple as. Make sense?
okay. What if I have values and there is no key?
Sorry, come again.
Now we gave key,
Mm-hmm.
hardware we gave. So
Mm.
that key doesn't have any values.
It's
So
fine, right?
nothing came. So what if I
Mm.
have value but no key?
So you mean to say like this?
In the item list, if I have something else and no, yeah.
Okay.
If I have one more list over there.
Let me check. I didn't try this ever. These are all permutation combination. You can try it out, but still, I think there
I
will be a
guess,
key error here. Hopefully,
okay. Yeah, I guess one more box is, one more square bracket has to be there.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
That's it. Here also, you
Yeah.
want to include one more.
Yeah. I guess, as you said, there will be key error. Oh,
Still, there is no issue. One, two, out of stock, not available. Okay, still it is taking up. Because there is two. Ideally, it
okay.
should be key error, but it is not giving.
Possibly
So it is
because you're
not.
zipping.
Yeah, maybe the zip one is working, so it is not considering the last part at all.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
how many keys are available, that many items. That's correct.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sami.
Yeah, no problem. Any questions now up to here?
Yes,
No,
Samir.
right? Go ahead.
Yes, Samir, I have one question. So
Mhm.
here, how they consider key value as item name when we are giving to zip
Oh,
and
so
also,
so whichever you want to make it as a key, that will be the first parameter in the chip.
so if we give item list as the first parameter, will it take us key?
But that is a list, right?
Yes.
Key is a either it could be integer and normal string, right? Can be iterables. So you'll make sure that whichever is out of that could be a key. So key is just like a identifier, right? It could not
Okay.
be
Yeah.
a
It should be string.
iterables.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay. Yes, Samir, got it. Thank you.
yeah. Yeah. Okay, now next discuss about very important concept which is called your nested dictionary, which is really useful, and you will always get into through this nested dictionary on your real-time examples when you are working on a Python project. So that's for sure. So let's understand a nested dictionary. You understand the nested list as well. So almost same kind of thing. Okay. So here suppose how the nested dictionary, why it is handy, because I will explain you when we do a Python small project. So when you are extracting a data from a JSON. You know the JSON file? Have you heard about the JSON file?
No.
No. Okay, that's
It's a
okay. It's
Java
just like,
file.
yeah, it's like a normal file, the text file, Python file, whatever you want. Just that there is a JSON file, which is like the JavaScript object notation. So this is another type of file. You will get it. This is called a semi-structured file actually. Okay. How it looks like, I'll tell you. It is more of a like a nested dictionary only. So if you know how to handle the nested dictionary in Python, then you can very much can handle the, if you have a source as a JSON file. And suppose you have a source as JSON file, you want to load through the Python to some other database, then it is possible through the nested dictionary concept only, because the nested dictionary data and the JSON file format, it's exactly the same. Okay. So how it looks like the JSON, I'll give an example which fits to the JSON and which fits to the nested dictionary. So let's take, I'm creating a dictionary here. So I say country underscore data. And as you know that the dictionary start with the which bracket?
Flower bracket.
Flower bracket. So here, first key I'm taking, let's take India as a country. Now here, now under this, I'm giving another flower bracket, which will create a nested dictionary. Now this one, I am saying, giving example. Now another key value I'm saying, let's take city called Hyderabad inside this. Okay. Then I'm saying inside that again I'm taking a list here, another dictionary here. I'm saying population. Say population, let's say 12,000, comma, I say GDP. So, alright, if you got it this way, one second. Now this is the way. If you get, and whatever the data you are talking about in JSON also, it looks like this one. So it's combination of a nested. Now let's comma. I can put another one also. Combine this here, put it back here. One more. Put another city here. Let's take Mumbai. Population, let's take 20,000 and my GDP is 32. What happened here? Any flower, any bracket is missing? And
Yes. For
where?
Mumbai. For Mumbai, you have to open. You have opened the bracket, so yeah, it is closed.
Why there is an error here? Let me check. Now suppose print, I will say country underscore data, and if I run this, where I'm missing expected after dictionary. This one is closed, right?
Yeah,
This one
yeah,
is closed.
yes.
What is the problem? Just give me a second. Like syntax error. It will be two commas only because I want to create two lists here. Two dictionary. Would be a single line. This no, right? I'm not able to identify the error.
Maybe you need to give square brackets if I'm
Where?
not
No,
wrong.
no.
Before Hyderabad, sorry, before population. Oh, no, no, no.
So, Samir, can you ping me the data? I will let me
Where
check
I
in
will
chat
ping.
or somewhere. You cannot ping
Chat
in the
is not.
chat or.
No, no. Chat is not there for me.
Something after the flower bracket at the Mumbai one, right? Last, I think, the red dot. I don't know. That there should be something around there.
One second. So this is one item. This
Yeah, before
I
Hyderabad, close that one.
I got.
Flower
I got.
market. Yeah.
I got. So this is a this right. So this is one of the another one. So these are the two items inside the another one. Now you understand, right? Now if you run this, you got it. So now there is outer dictionary and inside dictionary, and then the inside that another key, and this is the dictionary for that value, and this is Mumbai. This is this. All right, this makes sense. Now here, got it. Got it, right? It's all clear.
Yes.
Yeah.
Now, suppose you want to access, let's say I want to get the data for Hyderabad. How will get this thing? Think and tell me. I want to get the data for Hyderabad. Just sit inside the India. How you are accessing the dictionary normally? If you want to access that something data from the dictionary, how you are accessing? Am I audible? Am I
Yeah.
audible?
Yes.
Tell me. How
Dictionary
you are doing?
name and give the value. Key name.
Yeah.
Dictionary of key and
Uh,
pull out the name.
So
Country.
like this you are doing. So one of the key I have is called India.
India.
If I run this, I'll
You'll
get
get both
inside
Hyderabad and Mumbai.
and Mumbai. Correct. These are the two items available on under this. Now tell me how to get Hyderabad now.
India, after India, off within another square bracket Hyderabad.
Just like the normal list. How you are doing it? List one of one, zero of one, slicing, right? First item under that the first item. First item under that the second item. Same principle works here also. Okay. So if you want to access the Hyderabad, then you can say that. So this is the one. Now under that, suppose you want to access only the population, then you can put population. Under that, suppose you want to access GDP, you can put GDP. Okay, you can nest multiple times. Make sense? This is the way. And this is a sample example of your, you will get exactly same, maybe more layer of what you call the nest, it will be there, but this is a representation of a JSON file. JSON is equals to a nested dictionary. And if you know how to handle the nested dictionary like this, so you can have multiple nesting of the dictionary by different keys to get the data. Okay, that makes sense. Now under this, can you just, I'm just open my screen. What exactly you need to do here in this case is, now let's create the same dictionary. Now create a list. Okay, let's create a blank list. Population equals to a blank list. And I want part of the population I have, right? 12,000 and 20,000. That needs to be updated or needs to be added up into the list. How I will do it? From the dictionary. Only the population. That's it. Now tell me. This is a question. You got the question?
Yes. By
Okay.
using get? No. No.
Get.
Yeah. I think so.
Okay. Get is what? Get method is used for what?
You know, it can access items like by referring to its key name.
Mm-hmm.
So we want population, right?
Mm-hmm. Can you try that for me? On your screen, how you are planning to do in the get? You have
Um,
everybody pie chart open on your screen?
no, open it.
No. No. Why?
Samir, you can give like a country data and then India, how you gave the down, right? Same way you
Mm-hmm.
can give and then print the population. It will be print the population numbers, right?
Right. But there will be a loop, right? I need two population.
Okay.
How will take the loops here? What do you think? First of all, tell me before doing the loops and all, how we will get these two on a loop? I can loop a for loop. I will do it. But for the for loop, what we will loop here in this case? What exactly you want to do it in the dictionary?
Dictionary dot items with respect to dot item.
Items. You need both the things, keys and value, both. I can take only
Yeah.
values, right? It's fine, right, for me. I don't want the keys here in this case, at least. Yeah, you are absolutely right. I can take the item, but if I take
Okay.
the item, I can take keys and value both. So
Yeah.
what I will do here in this case is, let me do this in this case. Let me first run through a for loop because anyway I need to do a for loop here. So let's take the let's take state. For state in country underscore data. Okay, then the first key I'm taking as India. That's the first key, right, for me, which is the universal key. Dot values. What I will get if you do like this? Let me not put the print for and all. Let me print it. What I will get if I do like this?
You get Hyderabad and Mumbai.
And
What about
population
others? What about you other guys? What you will get it here if I do a values here? You practice your dictionary methods already? No.
We'll
Yeah.
get the Hyderabad and Mumbai.
he will get, he will get Hyderabad, Mumbai, and also values.
Yeah, Hyderabad, Mumbai.
No. That's what. This is again is a key. These are the values only.
Okay.
So ultimately the dictionary having this is the two values only. This is one and this is one. You will not get Hyderabad because Hyderabad is a key. If you put a key, it will get the key. But values is two. Only two values are there. This is one value and this is one value on this nested dictionary. That's
Sir,
what you
but
are getting here.
for India, Hyderabad and Mumbai is a value, right? I mean,
No,
the whole
no, no,
string
no,
is a value, right?
no. For the India, again, this is a key. Again, it's a key inside that. And for the key, this is the value. So whole dictionary have two values only. This is one value and this is one value. And we are expecting the values. We are not talking about the keys. So keys are different, values are different. Okay,
Yeah,
this is
boss.
very much important. Okay, all right. So now what I will do here, for state in, I will take this. Now we are getting this, this and this. Now from here, I think it's easy, right? If I say print state of population, what I will
Population.
get here? I'll get the population list, right?
Yes.
Don't you think so? Let me run this. So we'll get 1200 and 12,000 directly. Correct? This is clear or no? Just let me know this two line. If you are clear on this one, then we can just append. Now it is a very simple task. We need to append it. We are good here?
Yes, Samir. How it
Hmm.
assign values to population like 12,100 and 23,000. How it assigned to that population? Like state of population, it result will be
Oh,
one.
this is no, this is key. Since we are now state is a variable, right? It can be as Z, A, B, anything, right?
Okay,
But
yeah.
when you are doing the dictionary here, the values, what you are getting here? You are getting this much only, right? This is the first value and this is the second value on this one, correct? I saw
Yes,
you the output, that one.
yes,
Now
yes.
from here, this is the key, right? Population is the key, population is the key. That's what I'm putting up here
Okay, the
to
value
get the
only.
value.
Right.
Mm, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
For this population, this is 12,000 and this is 23,000.
So what
Now what
about
I need to do?
yeah,
What?
what about 220 and 232 for GDP?
That is GDP. If you put it GDP here, it will get the GDP here.
Okay. Okay, Samir. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, how we will append to this list now? This item.
Before you print, you have to do append dot. Um,
Addition data pen.
no, yeah, append dot uh, con- country of data of population
Which what append? Append is which method?
list method.
List method. Okay. So which is my list in this case?
Population.
So this population is with a small p is my list.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what I need to do here after this?
Before the okay.
So this is giving me these two records,
Yes.
12,000 and 20,000. Then what I need to do? It is simple, right? What I will do
Append.
here? Uh,
Oh, okay.
population dot append, right?
Append.
And
Yeah.
this state of this much only.
Yeah, that is
This
right.
needs to be append here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Then print.
So we're getting a list of these two populations from the out of the dictionary. All right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That makes sense?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Any questions? Do you have any questions on dictionary at least? Or you are good? You are good, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. So I was little bit occupied. I'm not able to assign some task on the Python, but today I'll be free and I will assign some task to you. Okay. So there is two assignment only on the Python. So I will make sure that there will be some assignments more. Okay. So let's discuss about the next one is called your exception handling. Okay. So what do we mean by exception handling here? So it is something like suppose you are writing a code and let's take somehow for any such region, any XYZ region, like your code got uh, failed or it's throwing us some error. So what will happen is normally uh, all the code got disturbed and like it will throw an error completely. But once in a while, we don't want to do that. Okay? So we want to handle the error in such a way that the whole program should not be terminated, and out of that somehow we can handle better. Okay. So how to do that? So that's the way the exception handling comes to picture. Okay. Just give me a second. I will be back. So now how to handle all these things? Let's take an example and try and understand what exactly it is. Okay. So let's take I have a price list. Okay. So I have a value called 5. Then let's take another data type we know the none. Okay. None is data type price. I don't know about the one of the price of the item. Then I have, let's take 23. Then suppose I have, let's take 93. Then I have a 0. Then I have suppose 90. So there are different types of data I have. And another one, let's take I have in a double quotes, let's take 75. All right. So different combinations of data we have. Integer, there is an item of string, and there is a data we don't know, none. Okay. Now here the objective is to get the budget value by dividing 50. So our objective here is that let's loop through the all the list on this item. So I will say for price in, so for P in price, then what exactly I want to know? So I want to calculate the quantity equals to, let's take 50. What is this operator?
Modulus.
Seriously, this is, or then what is this?
Oh, no, 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 no. It is float.
Floor division,
Float.
nearest integer. Okay. Now if I search this, now I will print my quantity. So each item it will be loop through this and it will print the value. Now let's run this. So see, some problem is there. What the problem? First we got a type error. Where the problem is the type error here? The first part is it is going to the first item, which is the integer 5. 50 divided by the float division by 5, it will give you the data because it's an integer. The second item on this list is a none type. None type is just like a null kind of data. There is no value for that. So that we can't divide, right? Because integer divided by none, it is a type error. So he's saying it is an integer, and second type it is a none type, right? That makes sense. What exactly the problem is happening here, right? So here, ultimately, what is happening? My whole program is getting disturbed, right? It makes sense. How to handle all this kind of error here? All right, getting the point.
Yes.
So how to
Yes.
do that? Yeah. So I need to write a try block here. So exception handling always try then accept. So inside the try, we need to give our logic, whatever the logic I want to get it here. Okay. Then on the accept part, you can handle the errors. So I'll say this is my try. Okay. We need to divide this. What is the error we are getting here? Accept. Let's try this. Okay. Try. Accept. This is the error we are getting, right? Let's copy this error. So we are saying the type error. Except if the it's a type error, then I will say, I will do a print, say it is a none type. Okay. What happened? Indentation problem? Yeah, I think so. Yes. Yeah. Now if I run this, let's run this. If you see the first part, it got divided. 550 divided by 5 is giving me 10. Next, the none type, which is giving me the output as it is a none type. Okay. Now 23, 93 is fine. 0, all these things. But how many outputs we are getting? 1, 2, 3, and 4. So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, this is 4. And others, somehow we are not getting all the data for this. And there is an error again, which is called the zero division error we are getting it. When there is a 0 is coming, it is stopped there again because it's not able to divide it. So this is one of the error. Again, we will get it when you are dividing the value with the zero division error. Okay. First part is clear up to here. Any
Yes.
questions on to here? Okay. Now we are getting a zero division error here. So how to handle this? So again, I can write except, one more except here. So how I will write it here? Except. I will copy this error. I'll write zero division error here. So I say print number is 0. Okay. Now if I run this, see, now at least we are getting it, some kind of information, but still we'll see that. Okay, what the problem is. So the first one, the 5, we are getting a 10. All right. For the none, we are getting it is a none type. Absolutely correct. 23, 93, we are getting it. 0, we are getting a number 0. 19, we are getting a value. But for the last type, the 75 one, okay, we are still getting it's a none type, but it is not a none type. It's a string type. It's actually a number, but it is like represent as a string, right? Does that make sense?
Yes.
And this is a type error. This could be a type error because the we can't divide integer divided by a string. We can't do that. Okay. So we need to handle this error inside the type error only, but in a different way. So whenever we are doing except type error and we are saying that it is sorry, it's a non type, it is applicable for this and this as well because both of have a different data type. Are you following me properly up to now?
Yes.
Any questions? Please do ask me.
Yeah, Samir. Actually, after
Hmm,
seeing the error only, we can conclude that this is the exception
correct.
error. Like, yeah, before that we
That's correct.
couldn't.
That's
Okay,
absolutely. Oh, we could not. Yeah,
I
that's
can
correct.
get it. Yeah,
That's
yeah,
absolutely correct. Yeah.
yeah. Thank you.
Now these two I need to handle separately because none I I don't want to divide it up because none is nothing. But the 75 one string part, which I want to divide it by converting into the integer. Okay. So inside a type error, I can't put a generic statement that saying that it's an untype because this is applicable to this and this, which is not good. Okay. So what I will do in this case is, when case of the type error, instead of doing this, again I will calculate the quantity item here. Quantity equals to 50 divided by, I will take the float of the p. So whenever there is a string comes up, no, like this, it will convert it into a float. 50.0 or 75.0 in this case, and it will display you the quantity here. All right, makes sense? And I can print quantity. Now here you need to ask, you need to answer me one question. Still it will throw an error only because I need to handle the none in a different way now, because inside the type error I am dividing now. I am handling this part, and in this zero division error I am handling this zero. Okay. Now if I run this, I will still get a data error called the none type. Now tell me how to handle this problem. We have handled almost everything, but now how I can handle this part? What do you think? But that is also a type error. And inside the type error, I have divided this part. This string I converted into float, and I'm printing this item. What do you think here? What do we need to do here? Any idea?
We
Can
can
we
make
put
it
an if condition
Where?
after under the type error?
What I need to do? Tell me.
If p double equals none,
hmm
uh, uh, then you print it is a none type. It
hmm
None
is,
type. Yeah.
else you go for else quantity equals 50 by float p, print quantity.
Yeah, we can do that. That we can do that. You can try that out logic. But here I'll give you another solution. Here is
Okay.
that the none type is we don't want to divide it off because none is nothing, right? So when the loop started, right, before to the try, I will say if p equals to none, then continue. What will happen? It will skip, right?
Yes, it will
Yeah.
skip.
It will remember the continue, right?
Yes.
Remember the break continues and all this thing. It will skip. So
Yes.
anywhere it is, whenever the none is set, you skip it, then it will go to the try. What are the things we have? Now let's run this, and you will get exactly the same data, whatever you are expecting. See, okay? Does that make sense?
Okay, sir.
So this is the way we can handle try except. This block of statement is called exception handling in Python or any programming language. It is the same. The try and except. So into try something, then accept something and accept. So you need to handle the errors in a different way. If that makes sense now, this example, whatever I have done it,
Yes.
we're good. Okay, no doubts, right?
Uh, Samir, yeah, nothing,
Mhm.
nothing. Yeah, got it, got it.
Got it, right?
Thank
Okay.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, see the implementation of a continue also. So where you want to use it. So this is one of the use cases where you can use the continue. So whenever you want to skip it something, so just compare the none. If it is the none, they can just skip it in this case. All right, that makes sense.
Yes.
Okay, that's
Yes.
great. So now we have discussed about the tuples, list, dictionary, right? We have discussed these three data types, the iterable data types we discussed. The last iterable types which have Python has offered to you is called the sets. Okay. So what is set? How to work on the sets and what is the use of the sets? Can somebody go on mute? Thank you. So now what is a set here? So the set is a set is a collection of unique values. I'll explain you that what is exactly. Sets are not in order, which means we can't access through index. Just like in case of a list and tuple, right? We can access the data through the index values. We can do it in the sets, and in the dictionary, you can do it through the uh, index as well, unless until the items are on the list and tuple. Okay. Third point: sets are mutable. What do we mean mutable, guys?
You can update, change, edit.
Yeah, right. So add, remove, and all. Okay. However, there is a another immutable concept. However, set can be immutable using frozen set. We'll discuss that as well. Very simple only, nothing this one. Okay. So these are the points which I'm planning to discuss here. Got it? All 3 points, unique values. Okay. So let's see with an example how to create a set and all these things. So let's take example underscore set. So set also will be declared through your flower bracket. The only difference is to the dictionary, because dictionary also start with a flower bracket and sets also will start with a flower bracket. The only difference here in this case is that, one second, is that all the items in the sets followed by a comma rather than the colon key value pair. That's the only difference between your dictionary and your set. So here suppose I'm saying I'm just storing 1 2 2 3 4 5 comma 5 comma 6 comma 7 comma 7. So there are some duplicates item I have stored inside my this. Okay, and if you want to check that whether it's this, what is the type of this, you can say example underscore set. It will give you that it's a set. Okay, all right. Now, but if you print this item now, example underscore set, you will get the unique values. See, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7. Whatever you store doesn't matter, but when you create a set out of this, it will store only the unique values. It will not store any duplicate entries onto it. Okay, if that makes sense. The difference between the you understand the tuple, dictionary, list. Now it's a sets. You understand the concept?
This
Now
is
we'll see the implementation. Why it will be used? Okay, make sense?
yes.
Okay. So now let's understand the different. There are a couple of methods are there for the your set. That first let's discuss that. Let's do that. Then I will come to the operation of the sets. Okay. Suppose I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I want to add, because it's a mutable, right? I can add some item. Okay. So suppose I will say new underscore set equals to example dot set dot. So you have multiple methods are there. You can play around it. I will discuss multiple things, like few things I don't have a proper data. I don't know, but most of the things I will discuss. The first method I want to discuss is called the add method. So the add method is something like is to add any item to the list. So let's take, I want to add a 45 item new list, and I will say print underscore new underscore set. Okay, now if I run this, it is giving me none here. Okay, maybe, and then not take any example. Let's say, and okay, let me. Maybe it is Yeah, it's fine. So it is not taking the other one. Okay, assignment is not working. That's fine. So now I'm saying list dot add then 45. So it is adding up. Okay, the first method. All right, that makes sense. You are
Yeah,
good.
Samir, without we are giving any index or any value, it will added in the last element.
That's what I'm saying. The set there's no order. There's no order.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. If you do the add,
If
it will be added most probably it will add in the last only. But there is no fixed order for this in the
So it
sets.
may
I think this is following ascending order.
Not like that because if you see the 4, 5 after that also 4 is coming, right? The first order. You
so
can
is
add
that
one more and you can set. We can add one more. I can test it out.
okay?
23 or something less than 45.
So it is coming. So there is no such orders here. So it's just like I can say the sets are almost, it's a non-order thing. So we don't know whether that element is valuable to where. So just keep it there in the set element. Okay.
Okay.
Next, I want to discuss about the update method. So let's say I have a list here where I have a value called 45, 56 and 67, and this list I want to add it. So what I will do here in this case is instead of the add, I'll say example underscore set dot update, and I can pass on the list. Okay, so what will happen now, this all item whatever there in the list can be added to the updated into the list, sorry, updated into the set. Got the point? See, what is the order? There is no order, right? 67, 56, 45. So there is no order. We don't know about the order in the sets.
Yes.
Random. So this is one of the methods. So we understand the add method and you understand the update method. Okay, now let's discuss about the removing item. Others I'm keeping up to you to explain it. So if I say this one, the copy method, pop method, clear method, these are all you discuss. We'll discuss like difference, intersection, union, all these things I will explain you. But like pop, clear, all these things, I'm copy, all these things I'm just keeping for you only to explore it and do it. Okay, because these are all methods we discuss in other data types. At least most of the time we discuss all these things. Okay,
Samir,
that makes
can
sense.
I ask a question?
Go ahead, go ahead.
When you did add or update example underscore set dot update list, why is that not working with a print? When you give print
Oh,
of example, why didn't it work?
where?
It gave none earlier. When you did, it gave none as an answer.
Oh,
When
like
you assigned that
assigning
value,
to, okay,
yeah,
to a variable.
when you
Okay,
assigned it
okay.
into a new set, yeah, why that didn't give an output?
Like this you are saying?
Yeah, it gave none.
Because sets are how I can explain this, because set is it's not like a it's not a integer, it's not a like a string, right? So we should combine,
Okay,
list is something like we can get it into the one more variable. So to get the value, set theory you understand from the mathematics, right? So to get
yeah,
the data from two sets, either you need to do a set operation, either you can do a union, intersection, difference, or semantic difference. All these things you can do it and you can extract. So set is like a what you call, I'm not getting the word properly, but set is not a like a normal data type. It's not like an integer or something I can assign to something and I'll get the data. That is not possible. Okay, so the set operation I will explain you after this. That time you can extract. Okay,
okay.
Yes, Samir.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
good.
we are using add to add one value, and we are using update for to add list of values, right? That's the difference.
Yes, correct. So when you add, you can add one more item, but instead of if you have a list of items, then you can use the update method to update. That's correct. Absolutely.
Yeah, sure. So, Samir, for list also we are using list of values, right? But why we are using set? Because of we don't use the index, or what's the reason we are using set over the list?
I'll come to that. I'm just
Okay,
explaining the examples now. Okay,
okay,
now
Samir. Thank you.
let's is take an example of removing the item from a list. So I have a, let's take example underscore set. I have two methods actually to remove. One is called the discard and another remove. These two methodology can remove the item from the set. But let's discuss about what is the problem with remove, which we can be overcome with the discard. In case of set, so I say remove. So what will remove here in this case? What of the item here? No, two as an item. This is not the index. Okay, make sure that two is an item in the list. It's never be an index. Okay, so if I run this, I'll remove the 1. I remove the, so I'm getting 1, 3, 4. Okay. Only problem in the remove is, suppose accidentally you have given 6, which is not an item in the set. Okay. Now normally what should be the output here? If I remove it, just think the 6 number item, the 6 which is item is not present inside the set. What would be the error?
Wrong element.
If I do the same thing in dictionary, what will be the output? Whether
Element is
in a
not find.
dictionary,
Value is not
in a,
find.
seriously. Okay, in a dictionary, suppose I want to add something, I want to remove something which is not present in the dictionary. How we are accessing the dictionary? Through the key, correct? If you don't have the key, which error will get it?
Key error.
Key error.
Here also we will get the same error. It's called the key error. Because there is no data at the item called 6. This is a problem for the remove method. But if you use the discard method in this case, and you can say suppose 3 I want to discard, which is there in my sets, it will discard. And if you put 6 and if you run this, it will not throw any error because there's no error. That's why we'll use the discard method to remove something from mine instead of the remove method. Okay, make sense? Are you good? So now I'm giving a small example where your sets will be very much. So let's talk about a company where he is dealing with multiple products. Okay, so I say transaction today. There is a this one. Okay, so I have a list here. So I am selling laptop. Multiple transaction is happening. So let's take I sell iPhone today. Again, I can sell laptop also. Okay. Then suppose I sell headphones. On a day, we are transacting multiple things here. So next again I can sell iPhone as well. So I in a daily, today I have sold 2 iPhones, 2 laptops, and 1 head. Now, if you ask you me, if somebody asks you what are the unique item you sold today, so I have sold laptop, iPhone, and headphone. Actually, there could be n number of transactions. That is fine. But what is the unique items? 3 only, right? Is
Yes.
that correct?
Yes.
This time your set will be very much higher. So if you convert this into a set, it will give you the unique items only. And from there you can take a length to get the number of unique items as well. Okay. So what I will do here in this case is I'll take a length of set function I will take, and I will take transaction today. So first of all, I'm converting this into a set using the set function. So it will now, if this is a set, then it will consider only the unique item. It will never consider the duplicates, right? I explained you the first class 1, 2, 3, 3, 4. It will consider 1, 2, 3, 4 only. Now, if I run this, and let's print it and run this.
It will give 3.
So, yeah, exactly. It will give you the 3 unique items on this list. Sorry, the unique items which got sold today. Right? You got an idea, fair idea about the like where the sets fits. Okay,
Yes.
got it? The point? Yeah.
Yes.
So every structured data types have some meaning where you want to use it. Okay, so that's it. I'm just stopping here. I will do continue with the set operation, and I will do a number of examples on the set as well. I'm done for today.